All right, so today we're going to talk about adding mixed numbers without any regrouping in the fractions. We may still have to add or regroup in the whole numbers, but that's something that we should hopefully all know how to do at this point in time. So let's look at the first one. My first problem I'm going to say is 7 and 3/8 plus 6 and 2/8. So just like when we add, we would always start in the ones place. The reason we start in the ones place is because it's the smallest place. In this case, the ones place is no longer the smallest place. My fractionals place, in this case my eighths, are smaller than my ones. So I'm going to start in the fractions and add. So just like we did the other day in the video, I'm going to start with a model. And I'm going to make my model eighths, because that's what my unit is. I'm dealing with eighths. So I have 3/8. And I have 2/8. So when I add those together, I don't get an improper fraction. I would get, I'm going to move my pieces, cross those out. So now I have, my new model shows me 5/8. So I've done my fractional piece. Now I can look at my wholes. 7 plus 6 gives me 13. So my answer is 13 and 5/8. The part we want to focus on today is mostly this part. This is easy. You guys can do it mentally most likely. But we want to focus on moving these pieces and making sure we're doing it neatly. Because if I'm moving these pieces, even what I did here is kind of sloppy. If I'm moving them really sloppy, then when we start to do multiplication next week, late next week, it's going to get extremely difficult because there's going to be a lot more pieces to move. So we want to make sure we're moving our pieces nice and neatly.